The hot topic this week has been, should I be investing in the C fund or in my TSP stock funds when the market is at an all-time high? And then another question related to that as well is, the market's at an all-time high, or the market's been doing well. Should I be selling some stocks? Should I be taking some profits off the table? Okay, two good questions. I like that people are thinking about this, and I just want to offer some insights. First, to start with the second question there, should I take some profits off the table? Generally speaking, no. Okay, you don't have your goals changed. If your goals have changed, if your risk tolerance has changed, okay, maybe so. But if not, no, you don't want to sell something just because it's done well or because it's had a good year or a good 2 years. Now, one thing you may want to do in regards to that is if your allocation is, say, 70% in stocks, 30% in bonds, and that's the amount of risk that you're comfortable taking, then if you've had a couple of good years in the market, that 70% could now be up to, say, 73% in stocks and only 27% in bonds. So that's why you rebalance periodically. And so what you could do there is you could sell 3% of the stocks and then buy 3% more bonds. And essentially, yes, you are taking some profits off the table, but that's just normal rebalancing, okay? Getting back to your desired allocation for the risk tolerance that you're comfortable with. But outside of that, not a big fan of selling stocks just because the market's up. And then back to the first question, should you be investing in the C fund because the stock market's at an all-time high? Great question. Instead of just talking about it and giving my thoughts, let's look at some data and see what the data says. All right, here's some data from JP Morgan. And this is, I found these two charts here pretty interesting. So the one here on the left talks about all-time highs and market floors. And what it shows us is the S&P 500 in the S&P 500 right here, the purple line. And then it also shows us in the green all-time highs that set a market floor. Now, how did they define market floors? They define market floors as an all-time high in which the market never fell more than 5%. Okay? So if you look at those, this goes back to 1950. You've got a couple of them here, 50s, in the 50s. Had a really rough time period from about 1965 or so to 82 in the market, and then we start setting new market floors. Here, we got more here, we got more here. Okay, and if you can see what happens after these market floors, market tends to do pretty darn good. And you've got another one, so we've been setting them here. Now, time will tell if these are market floors, right? Because we don't know that for sure. But if you never invested at all-time highs, you know, here, all these spots, you missed out on a lot of gains, okay? So let's look at another chart, okay? This one over here. Invest on any day. In the purple, invest at a new high in the green, okay? And it gives us a key down here. Invest on any day represents the average of forward returns for the entire time period, whereas new high represents average of rolling forward returns calculated from each new S&P 500 high, okay? And this is kind of surprising to me, this data, but you can look here at the data over 3 months, 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years. And I mean, what I get from this graph is really you're missing out if you're not investing when the market is at all-time highs, right? If you look at both of these, it is hard to be a stock investor. It's hard to invest in your C fund, in your S fund, in your I fund, into any of those funds and not be invested for the long term. If you're not going to invest at all-time market highs, you're just not going to be invested very often. You're going to miss out on an awful lot of gains. So I hope this helps. those are my thoughts. That's some data, okay, to hopefully help you with answering the question of should you invest at all-time market highs or not. And again, this is not specific investment advice for anybody, okay? All general investment advice. If you would like some help retirement planning, if you're a federal employee, would like some help with your retirement planning, look at the links down low. You can connect with me, set up a call, and we can talk and see if I can help.